Hey, what's going on, everybody? Can you see what's happening in here today? KJ and I got everything swapped around. We made Pam run, and in the midst of making Pam run, he found out that the intake was leaking again, so it had to come back apart. So, needless to say, the intake is laying over on his bench there for Pam. But Bronco's over where Pam was sitting at, didn't do anything yet tonight. I want to talk a little bit about what we did try to do tonight and failed at miserably. KJ's been talking to a kid on Facebook Marketplace for, I don't know, better part of 4 or 5 days. And in the midst of doing that, he was very interested in Larry. Larry is KJ's two-wheel drive 1986 F-150. And he had posted it on Marketplace just for the wheels. He was trying to sell the wheels. And the guy said, well, would you be interested in selling the whole truck? And KJ, of course, said, maybe. What do you offer me for it? And he said, I don't know. What do you want for it? Long story short, KJ threw that number out there that, it's either, yeah, we'll sell it for that price and not worry about anything and just walk away from it. But the kid said, yeah, that's okay. And he showed real big interest in buying it. But this is now the second time today. Well, let's talk about the first time. He was supposed to come here to the house and take a look at it and never showed up. So he ghosted him and then got back on the line with KJ there. KJ tried to reach him, tried to get a hold of him, and there was nothing. Nobody, nowhere, no how. So KJ, pretty much wrote it up as Marketplace, just another one of those Marketplace deals. And then I guess the kid started talking to him again. And they had set up a meeting today at the notary in town. I actually did a video about the notary in there at Stimson and Wright. Very good notary. So they were supposed to meet in there, and the meeting was set for 4:15. So KJ went into work early, got off early, ran in there, and then I was supposed to meet him, obviously, to bring him home if the kid bought the truck. And ride in there, and KJ sitting in the parking lot, all by his lonesome, not no one around. And so we were sitting there for a little while, and KJ's trying to get a hold of this kid, and there is nobody. The kid is totally ghosting him. And finally, KJ just totally had enough. He had to run across the road just to get some parts anyway. So he ran over and picked up his parts and said, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done with this kid. So he leaves. I get out behind him. We're headed down the road. KJ whips into a local car lot there and turns around. And what he did, I jumped on the phone and said, hey, what's going on? He said, the kid just texted me. He said, I'll be there in 2 minutes. I said, okay, fair enough. So we turned right back around and went right back to the title shop. And we get there to the title shop, pull in. KJ's sitting there. I'm sitting there. We're sitting there for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Kid is nowhere, ghosting KJ again. So at this point, he's just beside himself. I could see it in his eyes. He had them angry eyes. And he said, I'm done. I'm not messing with this kid anymore. If he wants to buy this truck, I don't care. I'm not selling it to him at any price. And I don't blame him, I just don't understand why people on Facebook Marketplace think that they have the, I don't know, why do they do that? It's definitely, communicate. You have to communicate on Marketplace, whether it be through text messages, whether it be through, call the guy up. KJ actually had been trying to call the kid, and he never called him back. So second strike, KJ's not going to give him a third one. There's no way. KJ even swapped the wheels and tires over, put the aluminums back on it, and put the cap back on the truck. Got it all cleaned up, and he's not very happy. And like I said, there's no way he's going to sell that truck to that kid at this point. So Pam's sitting here, like we talked about. KJ got it back together. We did make it run tonight, and in the midst of making it run, found out that the intake is leaking. And with that intake leaking, that now means that I've got to seal that back up. So he pulled the intake back off of it. That's where it's sitting there now. The intake is off of it. It was leaking in that far back left-hand corner, all the way back there. Just leaking right out onto the ground. The intake is over here. And this will be the third time this intake's off of this engine. There it is there, nothing real special. Just got to get it all sealed up and put back on there. I didn't do anything to the Bronco tonight, but since I got the camera here in my hand, I'll show you guys what I was doing yesterday. And this bracket, this battery box was sitting in here at an angle, and the battery is trying to fall out of it, so I had to shorten this tie rod up. Here's another one. This is actually the same one. You can see how that tie rod there sets where that thing is at. And these brackets, these battery boxes are out of OBS Fords, but they're heavy duty. They bolt in nice, they don't rot out. And that's what it kind of looks like. We just moved this so it's all hooked up still. Bear with me. So, just roughing it in there. But I got that shortened up. Now I'm working on a bracket that's going to go down in here. I can't see anything that I'm showing you guys, but it's going to go down in there. Yeah, it sucks. This bracket right here. It's going to help support that battery box. But if you saw the video there on Sunday, I think it was Sunday, I showed everybody a little bit of what's going on, and this is what I did here. That's going to be the box that everything mounts in and on. I got to make some feet for that thing and get it up level. There's that center console again. Everybody's up in arms over that, thinking that it's going to be too big, but it's actually not as big as you think it is. I like it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys tonight, what we got going on. I did make a short up tonight of KJ sitting up there on the cow after he pulled that intake out of there. And I don't know, just one of them things you got to deal with when you're working on this junk. He told me today, he actually posted up, or didn't post up, we were messaging back and forth that he was done. I told him to take a chill pill. He took a little nap. I think he feels better now, but it's just one of those things you got to deal with. We tried to get this thing, when we did get it started, it didn't have any oil pressure. Turns out it had a bad connection, 1986 wiring, right? So we did fix that. Well, we didn't fix it, we figured it out. I have to fix that, probably gonna have to get an engine wiring harness for it to get that all sorted and fixed. But again, it's a 1986, you gotta expect this kind of thing. I'm going to have to figure out a way that I can communicate with you guys, whoever's watching. I see I do have 2 watchers right now. We're going to have to figure out a way that we can communicate so I can see if you're asking me questions. I don't know if I can do that here now or if you're saying anything. Yeah, I don't see. Let's see. Comments. Nope, nope, nope. I can do all kinds of other stuff. Looks like highlight saves your channel, unlisted video. No. I'm not real sure here, guys. Pretty new to this thing. I actually, there we go. So I do have a comment, and they just pop right up. That's KJ. KJ's one of the guys watching. It is a nice, and it's not an extended cab, sir. It's a super cab. It's a Ford. It's not a Chevy. Fords are super cabs. 1986 F-150. The color blue in that garage. This garage is blue. That's his color scheme. Is blue. Blue lift, blue toolboxes, blue benches. Before long, he'll have us painting and racking blue. At least I hope not. Seth hasn't seen this yet. They're messing with Seth there. That's his phone case hanging up there. I don't know if he left it here one night and couldn't find it, or what it is, but they're definitely messing with him. I do have a pretty neat video coming up here. We were going to do it on Larry, but Larry almost got sold. So now I think we're going to end up doing it back on Larry again. When Larry was in the process of being sold, we were going to do it on Pam here, but what it is Auto One LED Lights reached out and wanted to sponsor us so that we could go ahead and do a video or a review for them for their LED lights. And they told me to pick what LED lights I wanted to review. So what I did was I picked H4s, and these have the what are these? I think they're H2B1s, 2 Bravo 1, but there's another number, H5890 something, I don't know. But anyway, so I had to buy two headlight buckets that H4 headlights will fit into, so that we can do that. Or like I said, they're probably going to go into Larry, and we can get that stuff taken care of. Thanks, Doug. We've pretty much all become bullnoses here. That's pretty much all we've done. Well, OBS, we did. The last major project, of course, was the OBS, but the bullnoses are, I guess, where we're at. We even turn OBSs into bullnoses now. But, yeah, just wanted to let everybody know what was going on, and I'm hoping to get that LED light, that LED video done this week so we can post it up on Sunday. Like I said, we got 2 H4s and a whole box of the little 98, or the little bulbs that plug into the dash. So that'll definitely help see what's going on inside of Larry. Larry. And the reason that I wanted to do Larry, because he's got a really nice dash in him, and I'm going to go ahead and do the dash. In that video, we take them all apart, clean them up, touch all the lines up, make them look like new again, and that'll be a part of that video as well when we change over those dash lights to LEDs. So that will be coming up hopefully this weekend. I am working on the Bronco again, so that's moving along very slowly. It's snail's pace, but it is still coming. So. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Looks like somebody did just join in there, number 6. That's actually pretty good for only our second 9 o'clock live here, just to wrap up for the night. I really appreciate you guys. As we're going through these, if you guys have questions or comments or whatever, I guess I do know that they pop up there. Square bodies. No thank you, Bradley. We did one square body. I'd much rather work on OBSs and bullnoses. Not that I'm a Ford guy, but I am. It's just, I don't appreciate the way that the Chevrolet put together the square body. I just know the OBS is a lot better than I do the square bodies, and I think they're a whole lot easier to work on. So, all right, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to get on out of here, get to the house, get cleaned up. I think the girls bought some ice cream for tonight, and see what's happening in there. Again, give me comments. Let me know what you guys, if you're liking what we're doing here. If you're tired of the OBS stuff and you want to see, or the bullnose and the OBS stuff, if you want to see some other stuff or what you're thinking. But this is kind of where we're at now. We're stuck in a rut for a while. We got projects. Brick nose out back. Pam is, of course, going to be almost a frame-up restoration by the time we're done. Two-tone. The Bronco, of course. I got to get that thing rolling. Get some serious headway done on it. Once I get the electronics and all the detail stuff figured out, and I get the rock sliders fabricated, we can get moving on that and keep things motivated there. Now that it's cooling off, actually this morning it was pretty cold, so it'll be a little nicer to get out here in the garage and work. Right now it is absolutely perfect in this shop to work in. So. All right, that's all. I've rambled on enough. 15 minutes is definitely way longer than I wanted to make these. My plan is to do this every night at 9 o'clock. I want to do at least a 5-minute video, if I do ramble on like I have tonight for 15 minutes, well, I'll get even more watch time. And my objective here, I'm going to be right up front with you guys, is to go ahead and get enough watch time to get my monetized. I'm like 700 and some odd hours away from monetizing. I've got everything else made, but as of right now, I need that extra time. These are Raceline. I believe they're called Rock Crushers. 15 inch. Right now, he's wearing 35 1250s on 15s, and they are Raceline Rock Crushers. Matt's Off-Road Recovery uses nothing but Raceline, and these are the Racelines. They are a copy of, and it's so interesting that I have these wheels sitting here on Wheezy. Those wheels are a direct copy of these wheels, which I think are a Mickey Thompson. I'm not real sure the name of those wheels, but obviously the ones on Wheezy are 20s. KJ didn't want to go with the 20s on Pam. Yeah, 33, 1250, 20 LTs. KJ didn't want to do 20s on Pam because 20s on these trucks just doesn't look right. The 15s with the big tires, I think it's perfect. This truck has a 4-inch rough country, 4-inch suspension on the front, and then all spring in the back. We didn't do lift blocks or anything like that, and they do not rub. 15, 1250, yeah, I'll get this out. 35, 1250, 15s, and they do not rub. This truck is, the only thing I don't like about this truck is the springs that are in it are rough country, and it kind of floats. Other than that, it's a really nice riding truck, and it's a worn out 351 Windsor. Hopefully when we're done with it, it's not going to leak. That's what KJ's thing has been here. He's had the engine out of it. We just put it back in. So once that's done, that hopefully will take care of that. But it's got the C6 in it, so it needs an overdrive. That's the only other problem. But with the 35s, the C6 isn't terrible. It's getting, I don't know, KJ, you still on here? What's it get, 13 mile a gallon? 12 mile a gallon, something like that, which Joe, my big 1-ton, gets 13.5, so you know, it's somewhere in there, but it does look good. And it will, when we're done with it, like I said, we're going to paint it and do a really nice job on it. So, all right, again, here I am 17 minutes in, 17 and a half minutes in, just running my mouth as I always do, which I'm really good at. Any other questions before I scoot off of here? Going once, going twice. Raceline, Rock Crusher. 35, 1250, 15s. Do not rub with a 4-inch rough country lift. All right. See y'all later. The old Mongo Man's out. If you like what we're doing here, check the channel out. There's almost 1,000 videos now. Plenty other stuff to see. Plenty other projects that we've done over the years. And let us know. Let us know what you're into. Talk to y'all later. The Mongo Man's out. Bye.